Hi there, it's Lindsey here. It's garden day. It's actually a Saturday. We've been out kind of running around today. We figured we would wait until the heat of the day passes to try to get this garden in. I really expected to get some of it done this week, but I've not felt good. I've had doctor's appointments. We closed on our house in Little Rock. We just had so much going on. So we're doing it today. We're gonna see what we can do. We did put some black paper out, but the next day it was probably the windiest day we've had all year so far. So of course it blew up. So we're just going to go try to put that back out and put some rocks on it and see what we can do. Current greenhouse status. My nasturtiums are already blooming. I've got a ton of squash that I need to get in the ground because it is blooming and it is yellowing. Not enough water in here. These peppers and sage can wait. Tomatoes can wait. I just repotted a lot of those. Hopefully I didn't lose. I lost one back there. This all needs water. But I lost most of my yellow squash. Just been getting too hot in here. And this broccoli rab, I'm probably not even going to plant it. I'm also starting to lose my calendula because it needs to be watered. The breeze is blowing, but where we're working is in the direct sun, so hopefully it's not too bad. But you can kind of see our black paper mess that we've got. So we're gonna fix that and take breaks when we need it and work low and slow and see how much we can get done.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the snow, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire.
Ollie got us all set up. I just got her little chair. Oh, we got a table. We got a few squash planted out there and all these to go. Don't we?
Yep. I'm trying to find it.
Audrey's helping me plant.
I'm coming with my chair. Where are you?
There's Ollie's chair, he says.
Where are you, grasshopper? I got a chair. I got my chair back. Hey! No.
It's quite a bit later. We got things planted. I had to ditch the camera because we just kind of had to get it in. But the kids have abandoned us. It's just me and Jay now. But I'll show you what we've gotten done so far. We still need to run a few. We decided to do black fabric on our rows so it wouldn't get so weedy. We didn't want to do the holes in the fabric because that was just too much work this year. Maybe some other year, but not this year. So we've got a couple more rows that we need to run. But here I've got zephyr squash and there's zucchini at the end. This is all yellow squash. And then this is, what is this? Oh, what's that? This is probably more. They're all squash, but there's three different varieties. There's zephyr squash, there's yellow squash, and there's zucchini squash. And they're only about halfway down the row. So the rest of that row will probably be pumpkin, these 3 rows. Then we seeded this whole row in watermelon. We've got sugar babies and Congo watermelons. We're trying Congo as our new variety this year. This is currently empty, but is about to be some honeydew melon. Jay's just taking a break, so I thought I'd update you. This will be honeydew melon halfway. That one will be cantaloupe halfway. And then the ends of these bed will be purple hull peas, which I have to go get seed because I don't have it. And we planted this bed with red onion halfway down. We planted this bed with fingerling potatoes halfway down. And then okra is on both of those. Both of these rows. The rest of the way down is okra. So we're planting 2 rows of okra this year, but they're quite a bit longer. So we're going to have just as much okra as last year. Finish up the honeydew melon. I don't know if we're going to do pumpkin today or not. I would rather kind of just get it done, but that depends on if Jay poops out on me or not. So we're going to plant these honeydew melon. I still have to get cantaloupes at the store, so that'll have to wait. So we're just about to do that. Okay. Well, we did the garden last week. It's been a full week since I have done that. And it's been a heck of a week too. I was just gonna edit that and throw it up, but I have not had time to do anything. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just make a second part to this and update you on everything that's going on. Ruby, but first I gotta let my babies out. My little buddy. Oh. Hi. Hi. Audrey had a dental surgery early this week. They actually had to do anesthesia and all that. And I don't know if you've ever had a kid go under anesthesia and come out of it, but it was so difficult for me and Jay. I mean, she doesn't even remember it, and they said she wasn't in any pain or anything. But the whole ride home was just horrible. I don't know. It was heartbreaking. And I have not been getting much sleep. And when I don't get sleep, being pregnant, I don't know what it is, but I don't recover very well. So I'm still like in that trying to recover mode. But not saying that to get sympathy, but just saying that if you're going through the same thing, I get it. We're tired. You're exhausted. The garden has suffered a bit, but you know, we'll either get it back together or we won't, but we're gonna keep at it. Also this week was Jason's birthday, and we bought him, or I bought him a blow-up hot tub. Now, they are usually super, super expensive, but somehow, I don't know, somebody sent me this hot tub or something, because I found, well, Jay actually found it on Facebook Marketplace. I was thinking about ordering it, and I kind of waited to the last minute because I didn't know that I wanted to spend so much money on something. And someone had put one on Facebook Marketplace. It was brand new in the box. She said that she had purchased it. And then when it got there, her landlord, who lived right next door, told her that he didn't want her to put that up in the yard because it would kill the grass. So I hate that she lost money on it, but it was non-refundable, so she couldn't send it back and get her money back. So she was just trying to sell it, and she said nobody really wants a hot tub in the summertime. We do. But also this hot tub, you can adjust the temperature, so it can really turn into like a little pool in the winter. But this is what it looks like. I need to come kind of spray this off. I was thinking about doing some maybe rock pebbles or something kind of around it, so we don't get so much dirt around it. But it's a very, very nice one, and luckily we were able to get it pretty cheap. I liked that it has the clip-on top to it, so nothing gets in it. See, all the stuff that's on top would be in it, so we got lucky there. But we've been enjoying that. On to the gardening, because I'm sure that that's what you clicked on this video for, probably. But I've still got my tomatoes out here. I have not even repotted them. They need to be repotted so bad. But I have not repotted them just because I've had too much going on too much. Some of my yellow squash and things died. I'm not really worried about that because I already planted what I had. And these are looking pretty good. These are the ones that I've already repotted. My calendula really needs to go in the garden, so that's going to be something I do this week. And the violas are already blooming. And then over here on the other side, these nasturtiums are lucky they got watered. They're all blooming like crazy. There's some really beautiful colors in here. Last year I only had the yellow and orange ones. This year I've got these really dark red ones also, and these little peachy color ones. Let's see how the pansies are doing. Well, they're not doing great, but they're still alive, so they should consider themselves lucky. My dad gave me a whole bunch of sage and a couple of sweet pepper plants, so I need to top these off. Some of them. One of them's not doing too great, but when you top them off, you just pull off the 4 on top, and then it'll create new, it'll be bushier, a bushier pepper plant. So I'll do that when they get just a slight bit bigger. But those need to go in the garden as well. All this sage, I think I have sage growing already in my small garden, so I'll probably end up putting this out in the row garden. The row garden has already started sprouting, so exciting. I have a few more tomato varieties that I never got started, and some pepper varieties, but our growing season is super long, so I'm not totally worried about it. I'll just I'll seed start those when I can, and we'll grow them when we can, and that's all we're gonna do. My melons have come up. Now I'll just tell you, it's been raining like crazy, so some of my seeds may have washed away. I had that problem kind of last year on this because it slopes ever so slightly, but it slopes. The cantaloupe, there's a couple coming up right now, but not a whole lot. Honestly, I've kind of forgotten what I planted everywhere right now. All this needs to be weeded, but right now it's too hot for me to get my butt out here and weed it. The onions are definitely starting to do something out here. I have purple onion that I planted out here. I got those from, I ordered those from somewhere. I'll put it on the screen right here because I'm sure I'll remember as I get finished with this. But lots of purple onions are coming up. But there's okra and squash coming up also, just kind of sprouting. I only have one open slot in the area that I already have paper down, and that will be for green beans that I need to get planted this weekend. My Zephyr squash is the only squash that's actually looking good right now. So, nice healthy plants. I need to fertilize these again, but so far I'm not seeing any issues with the leaves and stuff. So those are, to me, I consider that good. I do need to do a little weeding around them, but better than nothing. This was full of yellow squash, some of which have been eaten by bunnies, but we do have a few plants left, tiny little plants. That one's trying to grow back, so we'll see what happens with these. And then we have some zucchini. Those are looking okay. They could look better, but they're looking okay compared to everything else. I need to get some paper down in these last 3 rows, and when I do that, I'll put some flowers and all that good stuff in those rows. So that's all the work that I'm gonna do out here. Usually the row garden is just a big experience for me. Or a big experiment for me. I love row gardens because I like the way they look. I like having crops in a row. That's just something that's pleasing about that, and that's why we put the hot tub out here too, so we could look at it. Yeah, I think the row garden is going to be our bigger producer this year because I haven't had the time to devote to this little garden over here. I'll just show you what it's looking like, and I'll be honest, it's looking rough, and you'll see that. Oh, I have a volunteer something or other right here. It could be a pumpkin, it could be a watermelon, I'm not really sure. I had a couple volunteers up here last year, so I'm not really sure where they came from. And I would just leave this and let it grow, but the horse gets let out to, he's been mowing the grass for us. Sonny's been mowing the grass, so he will probably get to that and eat it. I'm sure he would do a fine job of fixing this up for me because it needs some help. I'm just going to kind of weed as I go here today, but I've got a butterfly bush here. Really, Floki? I've got a butterfly bush here. I transplanted this from my grandma's house. She has a ton of them. So that's what's growing there. There's a sunflower right there. These are just some, I can't think of it right now. My brain's not working totally. But that's really all that's growing in here. Everything else is kind of weeds. So I just need to pull that and get this cleaned up. Our kids' garden is full of weeds and needs new dirt on that side. I have not planted anything in here so far. I do have my chocolate mint and then spearmint growing in here. The spearmint's like trying to do good over here, but it's not really because the chocolate mint took over. I can totally go ahead and start harvesting that right now. I like some of it in my water. It's really good. This is where I had zinnias last year, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and put them back once I get this weeded. There's some sunflowers like volunteering up here, and I may leave them. If I can get this to trellis up far enough where I can tie it, then that'll be fine. I have some 4 o'clocks right here. They volunteer every year because they drop so many seeds in this bed. I've got some over there too. But there's a bunch of you that wanted the 4 o'clock seeds, and I just didn't have enough last year because I didn't get them before they fell. But this year I'm going to try to collect some more so I could send those out. But this is where all the dirt needs to be added, so I'll make sure to do that. This is where I've started planting some. I've got sugar snap peas here on the trellis, and I'll just put tomatoes next to this because the sugar snap peas will kind of go out as it gets hotter. I've got thyme growing in this bed along with some weeds, but mainly thyme in this little pot. Ugh, so annoying. I hate weeds. I'm so sick of them. My radishes did completely crap because I didn't have time to like pull worms and actually fix them up. So it is what it is. The lemon balm's looking good. I do have some cilantro started here, but it's already been so hot, and that's not a heat resistant variety. So I doubt that it will get to mature. I really wish I could get these sugar snap peas to start like latching on, but I'm having a hard time. I just keep kind of throwing them up there. That's all that's in this bed is the radishes that didn't do well, the lemon balm that came back from last year, the sugar snap peas, and thyme and cilantro. Over here, once again, we have a weedy bed, but we have a bunch of sage here that I'm gonna go ahead and start harvesting. And a volunteer sunflower that I've decided to leave. That's all that's here now. It will be tomatoes, and I'm going to put peppers in the tomato beds this year. Companion planting. There's nothing in these 2 beds except some volunteer sunflowers on the back. In this bed, I had to plant all of my onions, the white onions, because I got them pretty much just in time to plant them. So I had to get them planted. But also our row garden wasn't ready yet. So these were initially thought to go in the row garden, but I ended up having to put them in this bed. And they're doing okay. I need to start bulbing them out a little bit more. So you just kind of run your finger over the bottom and expose some of that yellow so you get good bulbs. So that's what I'm going to do with this. The old pepper bed has nothing in it. Just needs to be weeded and planted. Probably going to do some, I should have already planted carrots, but I'm going to go ahead and go for it and try it out. Probably some carrots in here, and really whatever else I have seeds for that I haven't planted yet. And there is quite a bit. Look how pitiful. Every year these brassicas just get destroyed by worms. Every year. I don't know why I keep trying to grow brassicas. I don't know. I need to stop. But this was broccoli, and it is completely destroyed, gone. And there's also volunteer sunflowers in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull them because I don't want them here. I did plant some nasturtiums in here and some additional onions that I think Cody got into. This was full, so Cody must have got in here and kind of destroyed some of them, but there's still some. They're just kind of small. This is empty. We were going to rebuild this bed this year, so we may end up doing that, or we may just replant it for the year. And cauliflower also. If you look around the weeds, the cauliflower got eaten by the same worms. And I have some really good looking squash in here. if you take away all of the weeds around it, there's some decent squash plants in here. So I gotta do that. This bed I planted early. Still working on trellising these cucumbers. It's always a battle when they first start to get them trellised, but look, I already have a little baby cucumber on here. But I'm gonna work on getting these cooperating and getting the weeds away from them. I don't see any major pest issues on these yet. Sometimes I get cucumber beetles, and there's things you can do for cucumber beetles. So I'll be doing that if I get them. In this bed I also have some garlic growing at random spots because, again, Cody got in and kind of scratched it up. So I need to fertilize these with some high nitrogen fertilizer before they start dying out. They're kind of starting now. So I need to do that like in the next day or two. And over here is the same thing, just a few heads of garlic and then my cucumbers. So I've got plenty of room in these beds to actually plant something else. I just have to deal with the weeds first. I do have a video that I put out for the Grow Food Not Grass Summit last year, I believe it was. And it's all about pest control, organic pest control, and identifying the pests that you have in your garden and some natural ways you can take care of those. So if you want me to find that video and post it, leave that in the comments. Just let me know you want me to find it and post it. I don't mind finding it and posting it, but it was a year ago, so I don't want you guys to get confused about what the heck is this old video posting, you know, getting pulled up. But it is gardening time, and it would probably be a good time to get that out there right before the pests really start to show up. I also have a quick cheat sheet chart on that I have laminated in the greenhouse. Come on, Ruby. Pictures of the pest along with natural remedies for each pest, or companion planting, or you know what you can do for them. And it also comes with recipes for those natural remedies if needed. And it's not an end-all be-all. There's lots of natural recipes for things. These are just the ones that I use in my garden. So if that's something that you would like to see, let me know. And I believe that I have the cheat sheet and the recipes posted on my Facebook friends and family page. It's up in the notes section or the file section. I feel like I can't breathe lately. I know you want out so bad. We're about to go to the park, so I don't want to let him out, so he's mad. I wouldn't mind leaving him out because he doesn't get trapped in the chicken fence like the goats do, but it's hard to just let him out because they try to bolt out the gate. I'm gonna go give them some hay since I'm not putting them out right away. Shed all of his fur, and he's this most beautiful color. He's got these gray patches, and his hair has like lighter tips, and he's trying to eat my camera. Yeah. Better not bite. Ponies bite, so we have to work on him. No nipping, because I don't want him nipping the kids, but he's been doing pretty good about it. He's got a little fur left. Everybody else is like, are you here to let us out? It's an update on our week. We had a birthday and a kid going through some anesthesia. Also, Ollie finished his last course in 2nd grade, so he is completely done with 2nd grade, and he wants to take a break for the summer. And honestly, after this week, I'm like, yeah, let's just take a break for a while. I was gonna do schooling all year, but honestly, I need a break too. We need a break. So we're just gonna take a break. And it'll be fine, because he'll just be right on par with everybody else. But anyway, if you've had one heck of a week too, just let know that you're not the only one, and it'll be fine. We'll get all caught up in the next few weeks, I'm sure. I'm gonna get in here in the barn and give these goats and horse some hay and love on them for a second, because we're about to leave and go to the park to meet up with some more homeschoolers. We had so much fun doing that the first time, so we're gonna do it yet again. Audrey's doing great. She's feeling great. She loves her teeth. She had a couple on the front that were slowly decaying, and then one started getting black. So we were worried that it might be into the root and they might have to pull it, but they didn't have to pull it. He put caps on all 4 front teeth, and then there were a couple in the back that had to have caps on them as well. So there was a lot more. For her to be under a dentist care for so long and still have all that work that had to be done, I hate it. I feel like I made the wrong decision as a parent. Not taking her to a pediatric dentist earlier, but there's nothing I can do about it now. I am going to make Ollie an appointment and just have them double check his teeth now. And me and Jay have to find a new dentist too. So yeah, we're going to be working on that. As far as how pregnancy's going, I'm actually feeling a lot better, except when I don't get very much sleep. So I've been feeling better except for this week, but I definitely think the belly has popped a bit suddenly. Yeah.
Oh, I love that baby.
Of course, some of that's a little extra fat, but yeah, it's definitely sticking out there now. It looks like I'm pregnant and not just overweight. But I want to thank you so much for watching today.
Yep.
I appreciate you watching every video. I know I'm only putting out 1 video a week, and that's much less than I was at one time. I'm working on it. Things will get better. Things will get easier, and yeah, we just have to get through these hurdles. I've been really working on, I've been really worried about Audrey and what we're gonna do there. So now that that's over, hopefully she won't have any complications or anything, and then that'll just be the end of that. I wish I had more updates on the house, but I don't right now. We're in a holding pattern until we get those windows in 4 to 6 weeks now. So we'll just see what happens there. But thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to chat with you in the comments, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.